Hi guys, I'm Kario.
I'm Colin. We are the House Hoppers.
Welcome to the channel. This episode is to give you an update on where we are now and what we've been doing in the last week. Some of you have been asking whether we're still in Cyprus now that the Middle East war is taking place. We were for the first couple of days.
Yes, we're really unlucky. We'd had a great 3 months in Cyprus, all very relaxing. And the day we were due to leave was the day that drones were spotted in Cypriot airspace. So the airport was closed, which meant that our home hosts, the people that we were looking after the house for, their flight inwards was delayed and our flight outwards was delayed, which made it all a bit hectic on the last day.
And while we were at the airport, we didn't even know whether the flight was going to take place or whether it was safe to take place, which is why we didn't film any of that footage.
Yeah, in the end, the home hosts were diverted because they were in the air. When the airport was closed, they were in the air. So they got diverted all the way to Athens, and they took another later flight back to Cyprus. And our flight, luckily, we'd managed to get the very last flight out of the airport on the same day. So in the end, it worked
fine. It's a bit of a pity that 3 months in Cyprus, it was 3 wonderful months, ended up in such a way. We even filmed some footage in Episkopi in the last few days, which is a beautiful village in the center, in the interior of the island. But at the time we only had 1 microphone, and it was a day that it got windier and windier, and we felt like we were not making the best of the place. So we just filmed some scenes, but we didn't make it into an episode.
Yeah, Winnie, the dog that we were looking after, we've said this before, but in case you don't know, the dog that we were looking after on the last house sit in Cyprus ate one of our microphones. So for the last week or so, we were down to 1 mic.
Which was very challenging when we were filming outside.
Well, she was lovely, so we forgive her.
Yes. Since then, we went to Greece. We went to Ceres to stay with Mum for a week.
That was always the plan, because if you remember, back in October when we left Greece, we left a suitcase at Carrie's mum's house. So we had to go back to pick that up.
And while we were in Ceres, we bought some new microphones, which we're wearing now.
Ta-da!
These are more discreet than the ones we had before, so we think it's an upgrade without being more expensive either, so that's good. And we had a really nice time in Ceres. Mm-hmm. The weather was nice, and we took the bus to Kavala, a nearby port city, which is really beautiful, and we filmed an episode there. We're very excited for this video to come out in 2-3 days time.
We had a really nice day there.
Stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned for that one. And we'd only ever anticipated being at Carrie's mum's for a week or less. We didn't want to stay much longer than that.
No.
But we didn't know where we wanted to be after that. We hadn't got a house yet booked. And the top choice was North Macedonia.
We want to go, yes, to Skopje and spend a few weeks there. Also, we weren't sure whether spending weeks there was going to be interesting enough, but anyway, it was on the map. But since then, we saw a house it advertised in Peloponnese in southern Greece, a beautiful house close to Kalamata, and we applied and got the seat.
And that's for the last 2 weeks of March, which
so
meant
we're very pleased with that, because it's a part of Greece that we wanted to explore, and we do think that it's going to be great for filming there.
Yeah. Well, that meant that we had a week spare with this week that we're in now. We didn't know where to go, so we had a quick look on booking.com.
We looked on the map,
put a pin in.
And Volos, where we are now, Volos is behind us, is a small city in central Greece, so roughly halfway between Ceres and Peloponnese, and we're going to spend a week here. It's a beautiful small city.
Yeah, quite easy to get to from Ceres. We took a 1-hour bus from Ceres to Thessaloniki, and then from there it was a 2.5-hour journey from Thessaloniki to Volos. Unfortunately, in the middle we had to have a big wait, because when we got to Thessaloniki there was only one seat left on the bus to Volos, and we needed to. So we had to wait for the next bus, which was like 2 hours later.
But the good thing is that the journey from Thessaloniki to Volos particularly was very beautiful, and on the right hand side, as we had in south, it was Mount Olympus, which is the highest mountain in Greece. It's 2,917 meters, I think, tall, if I remember correct, covered in snow, beautiful. We could just about see Zeus on the top, couldn't we? But it was a beautiful journey.
It was a nice journey, which made the journey go much quicker.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, it did mean that we arrived here quite late last night. It was quite dark by the time we got here. Yes. So we had a quick walk around to get our bearings, went to the supermarkets, because we always go to the supermarket.
First things
That's
first.
the first thing we ever do. And that's it really. So we booked this booking.com for 1 week, which is a little bit expensive for us. It feels a bit expensive because we don't normally book weeks, we normally book months.
Yes.
And we get quite a good discount for months. But for a week, I think it's about right, really. It's about the price.
It's the price that goes in Volos. Volos is quite a touristic city.
Yeah, it's a 2-bedroom apartment, very nice, very clean. We'll show you around.
Yes.
It's a 2-bedroom apartment. Very homely, this is. Some of the Airbnbs and booking.coms that we've stayed in before have been really a bit sterile, I think. This feels very homely. In fact, we suspect the owner of the place might live here herself at sometimes, because there's just a few little personal things that looks a bit too personal for completely sterile apartments. This is the living area. TV, living and kitchen area all together. The kitchen looks brand new, the oven looks brand new, and the sink looks brand new. So I think she's had some refurbishments done recently.
We've obviously started spreading around, so it does look a bit messy already. Also, we just arrived last night.
Fridge, freezer, everything you need, obviously, for a week's stay. I mean, you could easily stay for a month here. I'm no doubt about it.
Yeah, we would be comfortable.
Yeah, and here is the 2 bedrooms. There's the bigger bedroom is there with a balcony overlooking the street, but the street's really quiet.
Yes, that like I mentioned earlier, that's a real bonus for us because we don't like noise. There's a TV here as well. Also, we don't tend to watch TV in the bedroom. There's a balcony. There's 2 balconies on each side of the apartment. And there's plenty of storage. The bed is pretty big.
The bed in the other room is smaller but big. It's a 3/4 bed, I think, so it's very, for one person, very comfortable. Again, a balcony.
Yes.
This balcony is not quite so pretty. It overlooks the roofs of the neighbours, but lets some nice light in.
So that's the back balcony.
You see next door's washing, drying.
There's some sitting area here. There's a tiny table and there's some storage. Like we said, from this side, the view is not the best. But anyway, you can still see some blue sky, and that's a hotel across the road. Then we're going back inside. That's the bed again.
And then just the bathroom, what you would expect. Little bath, shower, toilet, washing machine.
Yes, the bathroom is quite small, to be honest, but it does have a washing machine. There it is. And the washing machine is very important for us. I cannot relax if there's no washing machine in the apartment.
So there you go, and then we've got where we were before the balcony.
That's where we were sitting outside of the balcony. This balcony is much nicer. It has plenty of sitting space.
Gets the sun in the morning.
Yeah, it's pretty sunny, and It has a view of the mountains. This is Pelion mountain, which is a touristic, highly touristic place in Greece. All the Greeks know it. And then it looks to the east, great for sunny mornings. And you can just about see a lemon tree over there. So yes, plenty of open sky, which is nice.
Yes. So that's about it for this video. It was just a short one to let you know where we are, what we're up to, and that we're definitely safe.
Yes, we are going to go out now in Volos to explore, and we will do a video in Volos. It's definitely worth doing an episode here. But the next one that we will be out, as we said, will be Kavala, and we're really excited to release that.
We are. As always, please do like and subscribe. I know we say it all the time, but it really does help the channel grow.
And we will see you very soon.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.